All right, good day traders. Today I want to bring to your attention what I perceive as a high probability trade setup in September RBOB unlead gas. We can actually look at the later months, October, December, etc., but we're going to focus on the September daily chart for this analysis purposes. And what we've got going on here is multiple areas of confluence coupled with a high probability seasonality pattern. Who doesn't want to trade a potentially high probability setup? So of course that's what we're in the market to do. So on this daily chart here, let me point out a couple of key things. One, we're at a 50% retracement from this last swing low to this last swing high. You see the market has came up to the 50%. That happened to coincide or clash with the 200-day EMA or exponential moving average. Third, we have a head and shoulders top pattern occurring at the 50%. We typically like to see head and shoulders tops and head and shoulders bottoms at 52-week highs or 52-week lows, but we will certainly consider those when they occur at the 50% retracement level. Next, the market has been coiling up here for the past few months at the 50% retracement level, and we've since broken down to the downside of this pennant or triangle, whatever you want to call it, and now we're retesting that area as we speak. If we go over to a weekly chart, let's look at a weekly chart, and you'll see that this trend line going way back when, all the way to 98, we are now, we had broken that trend line, and now we came back up through it slightly and are now just treading water trying to get back above that trend line. So we think that if we can maintain price action below that trend line, it should hold and will continue to the downside. I do want to note that this particular pattern right here, we would be targeting a short position from around 119.5 down here to the 88 level. That's approximately a $10,000 per contract move. How do we get that? We just measure from the base of this formation and then down, and that's about a $10,000 per contract move. So all of that is just based off a technical perspective. If we look at the seasonals, you see that the actual start date doesn't really occur until on or around 9/8. Of course, that is nothing set in stone. We could get the seasonal move a little bit early. Sometimes it falls a little bit later. But the point is, are we at an area where we feel comfortable shorting that lines up well with technical analysis? And if you want to see that more from a visual perspective, you see this peak right here, you see this peak right here, you see that peak right here. That's the 5, that's the 15, that's the 30-year historical price pattern. And this peak right here is today's date, August 3rd. So I fully realize that a lot of you may not be trading RBOB unlead futures or RBOB unlead futures options. As I always do, if and where applicable, you can trade. I'll give you an ETF that you can trade alongside the commodity, and that is going to be in UGA. Be cautious and aware of liquidity when trading UGA and UGA options, but the same set of rules and analysis apply. We've come up here into the 50% retracement, also long-term trend line resistance, and we'll be looking for a move back down to this breakout level right here around the 1275 to 13 mark from around 19. So put RBOB on your radar. If you have any questions, email us at support@seasonalswingtrader.com. Good luck, good trading, and we'll see you on the next update.